put out this video just over 3 months ago and I was at around 30,000 followers, and since then my accounts have blown up and my life has quite literally changed. The first sponsored deal I ever did was for $100. $100, that's it. Now after getting the right guidance, I'm charging upwards of $10,000 for every sponsored TikTok. Anyway, today we'll talk about the strategies and things I changed to grow my TikTok to 100,000 followers in 75 days. Actually, now it's at like 155,000, but who's really counting? We'll cover the super lazy method I used to explode my Instagram account to 75,000 followers. I'll cover the money-making opportunities this has opened up, and I'll even cover why I decided to sign with an awesome management team so they can cover all the things that I couldn't handle myself. So I know this is gonna be a longer video, but I promise if you watch until the end, you'll walk away with the entire game plan you need to recreate everything that I did. Now, I'm literally gonna give it all away. I'll share my mistakes. No BS, I got nothing to sell you. Let's just kind of get into it. The first step anybody should take is finding an accountability partner. And yes, I know I covered this in the first video, but I'm gonna go over it again because it's so important and because I've improved on it. Anyway, find an accountability partner. This can be a friend, somebody you meet down in the comments, or really anybody who's dedicated to growing on TikTok. You'll make a commitment to each other to post each and every day without fail, and if you do fail, there has to be some kind of consequence. Let me give you an example. My buddy Stephanie and I got together last year and we decided we both wanted to grow on TikTok to boost our businesses and open up some new opportunities. So we both committed to posting each and every single day starting November 15th, 2021 without fail. But here's the thing. I failed a couple times, and every time I failed, I had to pay Stephanie $100 and kind of vice versa if she failed. But let me tell you, it worked because in about 45 days, we each had 70,000 followers. Here's where we messed up though, and something I didn't foresee when I made the first video. Once we started growing and we kind of got into a rhythm, we stopped setting new goals, and eventually there was pretty much no accountability. And because of that, our following started to slow down and we started to lose motivation. So we got together again and made sure that our accountability system would never fail again. We did this by setting new daily tasks and increasing the consequences if we were to fail. So moral of the story, once you start seeing some growth, get with your accountability partner and increase the stakes. Go from owing them $100 if you miss a video to owing them $1,000. Go from each posting once a day to both of you posting like 3 times a day. You get it. So find somebody that you know is going to be committed to this, set some kind of consequence, get committed, and keep watching so that you get the game plan for what you both should do. It's going to be fun, I promise. The second step you need to take is figuring out your niche. You're looking to build an audience, and anyone who follows you wants to know what kind of content to expect. Just go to TikTok, look at all your favorite content creators, and you'll see that they all just stick to one niche. If they're comedians, they'll only post comedy videos. If they educate people on math, they'll only post videos about math. If the mathematician was to post a comedy video, it would completely flop. Same thing for the comedian posting a video about math. Now, they do this because people only follow you for one thing and one thing only, and you need to figure out what that one thing is for you. So let me show you some examples of niches. There's personal finance, that's me. There's real estate, comedy, food, which even has sub-niches like grilling. There's sports, cars, gaming, and tons of other stuff. The best niche for you is always going to be a topic that you could talk about for hours if nobody stopped you. For example, for me, I just love talking about personal finance and making money, saving money, debt, interest, credit, investing, real estate, the whole thing. That's my niche. It's just something I love talking about. Pick that one thing for you and stick to it. Now let's get into the real advice. But real quick, if you're watching this video, I bet you like making money too, so be sure to get your free stocks with Webull when you click the link down below, sign up, and deposit as little as 1 cent. If you have an accountability partner, you've picked your niche, and you're both fired up to start, now here's exactly what you need to do. I recommend you use a content calendar to keep track of all your ideas and posting dates and other stuff. I'll link to my updated content calendar down below so you can download it for free, but pretty much here's how it works. So at the top, just got the heading 2022 TikTok calendar. Over to the right, I've got my niches. So I'm kind of just in the money niche. I talk about anything regarding money. So I've got all these different side niches here. This kind of just helps me when I'm coming up with ideas. So I can just quickly glance up here and maybe I get an idea just by looking at stocks or budgeting or something. Then here, towards the bottom, this is where I kind of lay out all my ideas for the month. So we're kind of wrapping up March, so you can see all the ideas that I've had for this month. Then I've got different columns, like the date that I want this video to go live, and then I'll mark off X's as I'm working through them, whether or not I've scripted this video, filmed it, edited, and if it's complete and it's up on my profile. Now, anything that I do for brand deals and promotions, I always just kind of have those in bold all the way through, just so I can easily see them. But you can see I just kind of line out all my ideas, and then when I've got other ideas that I haven't quite filmed yet, I just kind of write them in here, and then this kind of just helps me store all my ideas kind of just in one place. So it's a pretty easy to use content calendar. You can use the exact same thing for your YouTube, just switch it up a little bit because you're not going to be posting as much on YouTube as you are on TikTok, but it's pretty much just the same thing. So that's the content calendar. Download it with a link down below. Hopefully it works for you. Now, to really maximize your time, you're going to want to use your personal calendar together with your content calendar. This way you've got dedicated scripting or planning days and then dedicated filming days. For example, on Saturdays is usually when I take almost the entire day to just come up with new ideas and then script them out. And then on Sunday, I'll go ahead and film all those ideas that I came up with on Saturday. This way, for the next week, I've got all my content done and it only took me 2 days to make it. Now, I recommend that you do this. It's going to save you a ton of time, and then all you have to do throughout the week is just log in and post. I also found 3 ways to consistently come up with great ideas. The first way is to pay attention to what other content people in your niche are posting. So what I do is I find a creator in my niche that I like, I scroll all the way down to when they first started posting on TikTok, and I'll send myself each of their videos that got over 100,000 views. The reason I do this is because now I've got tens or hundreds of videos that have all performed well in the past that I know are good topics that people want to hear about, but then I'll just put my own spin on it. So I never copy their ideas exactly, but I know that, hey, they talked about this specific topic and it did well for them, so chances are it's going to do well for me if I just put my own spin on it. The second way that I come up with ideas is by looking at other platforms like YouTube. So I'm in the finance niche, I'll pay attention to what other finance content creators are posting on YouTube and see if I can make that long form video into a short form video. The third way that I come up with content is by paying attention to what's going on around me. For example, this could be recommendations for my comments or my DMs, or just paying attention to what's going on in the news. But usually it's just from going around my day and paying attention to what I'm thinking. For example, the other day I was thinking, man, the tax deadline is coming up soon. I need to file my taxes. And that led me to making a video on free tax filing services. And I posted that on TikTok and it did pretty well. So just go around your day, think about stuff that you're already thinking about, that you're saying to yourself and others, and you could maybe make a video on that. Let's quickly touch on frequency. On TikTok, consistent posting is rewarded unlike any other platform, but how often should you post? It's simple. Minimum once a day, 7 days a week. Up that to twice a day if you really want to start growing. 3 times a day is when you're really going to start to see some insane growth, but it can be hard to maintain posting 3 great videos every single day without getting burnt out. Speaking of getting burnt out, remember to keep your health first. Don't get so caught up in posting that you forget to take breaks and then you eventually get burnt out. It's okay to take a little bit of time to yourself. I made this mistake and started posting so much because I was kind of addicted to it, and I wanted to just keep growing, and eventually I got burnt out and I lost all motivation to keep posting and I just about quit. So don't do that. Remember, it's okay to take breaks. You can take some time off. It'll be okay. A few things go into making a viral video in my opinion, and that's a good topic, a good hook, and a little bit of luck. But it's also important to keep in mind that videos can go viral days, weeks, or even months later. Eventually, you will have a video go viral, and when that happens, you need to capitalize on it. You need to immediately start making videos very similar to that, and then increase the amount of videos that you're putting out per day. For example, if I had a video start taking off about the worst credit cards, then I would start making a video about the best credit cards, and then I might even make a video about the most exclusive credit cards. Oh, and this is really important. Don't forget to tell people to follow you after they watch your videos. You can literally tell them at the end of your video, like, hey, follow me for more, or you can put it on the screen with some text or something else. It sounds kind of small, but it makes a surprisingly big difference. Oh, why am I in a different shirt? Because I procrastinated, and the rest of this video is being filmed like a month and a half later. Don't be like me. But to be fair, in that time I was upgrading the studio, and in just a few days I went from over 150,000 followers to 215,000 followers, and then in about 2-3 weeks I went from 215 to over 270,000. So keep watching so you can kind of do the exact same thing. At this point you have everything that you need to go kill it on TikTok. Now let's kill it on Instagram with my proprietary, one-of-a-kind, lazy double repost method that's got me to over 85,000 followers. Now we'll get to that in a little bit, but the reason that you want to grow on Instagram right now is because Instagram kind of serves as your resume for future brand deals and sponsorships. And also in the long run, Instagram is going to make you a lot more money than TikTok will through affiliates and sponsorships. With my method, it's not super hard, doesn't take a lot of work, and it's not rocket science. This whole method starts before you even post the TikTok video. First, go to your drafts, and then I like to screen record the video in my drafts. That way I have the highest quality for Instagram. Now, if your phone's not able to screen record, you can go to the website snaptik.com, and you can try and download it there. I've used it in the past, but just be aware that you will have slightly lower quality, and sometimes the audio is off by just a fraction of a second, which can get slightly annoying. Next, let's head over to Instagram and post this reel. When you're getting ready to post, you just need 3 things: Cover, caption, and my secret ingredient. I keep my covers really simple. Just take a screenshot from the video, upload it to my Instagram story, put some text over it, and then save it to my camera roll. It's simple as that. You can do yours a little bit harder and go into Canva or Photoshop and design something custom. That's up to you. Just kind of keep them all the same so that your Instagram page has a theme. Next is the caption. It's a little bit harder, but it's not difficult, and I encourage you to just follow the same template that I use. I start my captions with an intro, then I have a few paragraphs about the video, then I end it with hashtags and instructions to follow me. Let's break this down. I always start the caption with just one line as my intro, only one line, because when somebody's watching an Instagram reel, they can only see that first line at first without having to click read more. So I usually just put a couple words about the video, summing it up, and then I always just say read below with like a hand pointing down. The reason I want them to read the rest of the caption is because while they take the time to read, the video keeps playing in the background, getting me more views. Next, I always have a line that just tells them to follow me, and after that, I always have a few paragraphs about the video. This gives the viewers something to read, but I think it also helps me rank for hashtags more because I have more keywords in there. I don't have anything to back up that theory, but that's just kind of what I think. It doesn't take long to write these paragraphs because they're pretty much just copy and pasted from the script that I wrote when I was making the TikTok. Lastly, I end the caption with some hashtags and instructions to follow me. Now, I always keep my hashtags pretty much the same, except I'll switch out the last 3 to 5 hashtags to kind of relate to what I'm talking about more. So if I'm talking about credit or taxes or real estate, I'll switch out the last 3 to 5 to something like credit, credit cards, debt, interest, real estate investing. You get it. Like I said, you need 3 things: a cover and a caption. Now about my secret ingredient. I dubbed this the lazy double repost method for a reason, so we're going to repost our TikToks to Instagram and then rely on other much bigger pages to repost our content and tag us. Here's how I get them to do that. First, I find the big pages in my niche on Instagram with at least a few 100,000 followers. Now, you could do this the hard way and search and scroll through hashtags and try and find them, but I prefer the lazy way to do it. Find your favorite creators from TikTok on Instagram, go to their tagged posts and see which of these pages have been tagging them and reposting their stuff. Or you could go to the pages that they follow and follow those pages. I usually have about 10 to 15 different pages on my radar. Now, when I go to post my reel, I upload my cover, paste in my caption, then I tag those 10 pages to get their attention to post my stuff. Now, if you want to take this a step further, what you could do is DM those pages after they've posted a video of yours and thank them and let them know that you're always having videos just like that one and they can repost them at any time. You could also go to their account and see a video of theirs that they reposted, send that video to them and say, wow, I really like this. I have a similar video. Could you repost that one? Or just keep an eye on my account because I've got videos just like this. Keep in mind that when you're talking to these large pages, you're probably talking to a virtual assistant and not the actual page owner. Now, if you really want to get technical about this like I do, what I do is I go on their profile and I'll see the type of videos that they repost the most, and I'll just make videos like that so I have a higher chance of getting reposted. Now all you have to do is just post your content and wait. Stay consistent with it and post at least once a day on Instagram. You could go up to twice a day if you really wanted, but it's not necessary. Once a day is really all that you need. This should be no problem for you because you're posting a ton of content on TikTok, so you'll have some videos to choose from. Once you get your first video reposted and it gets over 100,000, 250,000, 500,000 views, you'll see exactly what I mean. And this isn't really hard for those bigger pages. And also, when one page reposts to you, like 10 other pages will too, because they all copy each other and they're sometimes run by the same person. Take this graph, for example. I took almost a month off of posting on Instagram, and the week that I come back, a page with over 1.5 million followers reposts me, their video gets over 700,000 views, and I gained 12,000 new followers overnight. Lastly, just be the first like and comment on all your posts. It really helps out that engagement a little bit. On TikTok, all I do is I just ask a simple question to get my viewers talking, something like, what's your battery percentage right now? I don't know why, but so many people respond to that and it gets a lot of comments in pretty quick. On Instagram, I usually just post a random comment about the video. That's pretty much it. That's the entire Instagram strategy that I used to go from 0 to 85,000 followers in about 120 days. I might have an entire video coming soon about what it's like making money on social media and breaking down my earnings and all that, but for now, let me just put you on to how to get started. Start with your personal brand. This is as simple as having the same profile picture on all of your accounts. Take my Instagram, for example. I got the same profile picture there as I do on TikTok. All of my reel covers look the same, and I usually do that talking back and forth style kind of video. It's just about having the same kind of theme to everything. After you have your personal brand squared away, the next place to start is going to be affiliate marketing. The great thing with affiliates is that you can start at any time with any following, and if you don't know what an affiliate product is, pretty much you promote a brand or product that you use on a daily basis and that you think your audience could benefit from. When they sign up or buy through your special link, you get a small commission. Take my Instagram, for example. If you click the link in my bio, you'll see that I recommend people to sign up for Webull, and if they do, they get free stocks. When they do that, I also get some free stocks, so everybody benefits. Think of the brands or products you use on a daily basis. If they could benefit your audience, go and see if they have an affiliate program and sign up and start promoting them. If they don't, reach out to them and see if they would be willing to set something up. Now let's talk about the real shmoney that comes from brand deals and sponsorships. If you don't know what these are, pretty much a company reaches out to you and they say, hey Josh, I want you to promote my product in one of your TikTok videos, so you make an entire TikTok video about them for a flat rate. It's so important not to undercharge yourself here, and I know it's going to sound absolutely crazy how much money you can make, but you're more valuable than you realize. The first sponsored deal I ever did was for $100. $100. That's it. Now, after getting the right guidance, I'm charging upwards of $10,000 for every sponsored TikTok. Now, a rule of thumb that I've heard is to charge $1,000 for every 100,000 followers that you have, and that's great. But to be honest, I charge 4 times that amount and I've been doing just fine. And I recommend you to shoot high also, and you may be surprised. Now, in the spirit of transparency, right now I'm bringing in about $30,000 a month off of just my TikTok and Instagram accounts. And by the end of this year, that's gonna be up to $40,000 a month. And I'm only 20 years old, so you can do this too. When you start, you won't have any brands reaching out to you. Just wait. For now, just keep your email in your bio at all times so they can reach out to you if they need to, but just focus on growing. Honestly, I wouldn't do any promos until you're at about 100,000 followers on TikTok, and once you get closer to 100,000, you'll start to see some brands reaching out to you as long as you have a clearly defined niche. Here's what I mean. I am in the finance space and I educate people about finance and real estate and everything that have to do with money. So the brands that are reaching out to me are in the finance space, and that's what they're interested in as creators like myself. Now, if I was just posting random videos, I would not be getting those types of sponsors, right? So if you're just posting random videos, you're not going to be getting sponsors regardless of how many followers you have. Once I started getting some more brand deals, I realized I needed some help. There's a lot of emails, legalities, and things you'll have to stay on top of when you're working with sponsors. That's why I decided to sign with the amazing team at Kensington Gray as my talent management agency. A manager will handle everything to do with brand deals. They'll negotiate for you, keep you on track with deadlines, and help you develop your personal brand. They also have a lot of connections, so you'll get to work with brands that you couldn't get to before. For example, I've worked with DoorDash, Verizon, and Microsoft. A good manager will help you make way more than you could on your own. They'll take away all the legal stress, and they'll help you save a ton of time. The industry standard is for managers to make 15 to 25% off of each deal that they bring you, and you pay nothing out of pocket. Now, I'd probably seek out a manager once you're getting some brand deals on your own and you're getting to feel like it's a bit much, or you're growing so quick and you have no idea how to handle the money side of the business. I'll briefly touch on the Creator Fund and paid products. Now, the Creator Fund pays next to nothing, even for millions of views. Some creators have said that after they've joined the Creator Fund, they're seeing a large decrease in the amount of views that they're getting. Others don't report that happening, so do your own research and then join if you feel like it's something that you want to do. Now, don't expect to be making a lot of money off of this. I get between 3 to 5 million views a month, and I'll make between $60 to $90. It's not a ton, but hey, it covers my phone bill and then a little bit extra. Eventually, you may come out with your own paid products like courses or merch or ebooks, and TikTok and especially Instagram are going to be great ways to promote that. So you may want to start thinking now about all the different ways that you could monetize your audience once you grow it. And hopefully sometime you can be earning $30, $40, even $50,000 a month off of TikTok and Instagram. It's doable. It's not rocket science. It's going to take some hard work and some perseverance, but you can do it. And if you want free money, click the link down below. Sign up for Webull. Deposit as little as 1 penny and you'll get 5 free stocks. That's literally free money. And just follow all these steps. I promise you'll do well. Follow me on Instagram for more tips. Subscribe below for more helpful videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one.